I remember talking to you a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago. You were not
Right.
sure about starting this
That's
venture. So what happened in between?
well, it's hard. By the way, I would say it's hard to talk to you and then not take action. That's the
Yes.
bottom line. The
Uh-huh.
motivation was high, the encouragement was high, and again, I saw when after our conversation,
Yes.
I reflected on the benefits of doing a video podcast for my business,
Yes.
and that made sense that I
Yes.
do. So I had to just jump on it and get rolling. Yeah, absolutely.
So there were a couple of things that we talked about in our meeting. We went through that video podcast checklist,
Right.
and we went over the name title. We went over the name of the show. We went over the kind of guests that you want to have. We went over your avatar. Who is it that you're going to be talking to on your show?
Right.
We went over the graphics. Basically, we went over that checklist. What was your biggest fear before you started your very own TV show video podcast?
The fear of the camera. That's the biggest fear. The fear of being out there, being judged, and all those things.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't sure I could make it, but yeah, that was my biggest fear.
Mm-hmm.
Just showing up in front of a camera
Yeah.
has always been my fear. Then now the next thing is like having a show of my own. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
it's true. I've always wanted to do this, but I wasn't sure how to go about it. I wasn't sure I had the confidence. But after speaking with you, everything kind of fell in place. Of course, I
Yeah.
still had the fear before I faced the camera, but once I did the first episode and then I had great feedback, like I had
Mm-hmm.
great feedback after my first episode, that just made me even more comfortable to do the second one.
Precious, how important was it for you to have that coaching, that direction before starting your very own video podcast?
Very, very important. That I think I can't overemphasize how important it was because it built my confidence and
Yes.
it gave me insights to certain things that I really just overlooked, you know.
Yes.
Like now it gave me the perspective of seeing it that it's not all about just going live, but more
Yes.
about your presentation.
Going in
You
the
know,
right way.
exactly. The presentation matters when you show yourself to be professional in what you do
Yes.
or near professional. Of course, nobody is perfect, but
Nobody.
when you step up your game a little more, then people now see you even more and they'll
Yes.
be curious to know what you're all about and what you're saying. So
Yes.
coaching was so important.
Businesses that have taken to doing video or live events have seen their business skyrocket. They've been able to
Right.
10x their sales faster in a shorter time. And the most important thing is when you have somebody directing you on what to do, how to do it, you don't get to fall into those holes.